Here in this video, we will look at what a broadcast area is. In Wikipedia, we have this definition. We are looking at one network here, that is the computer network that is being hinted at up here in the text. This network is divided into two logic broadcast domains. That is what is being hinted at up here. Broadcast domain are logic divisions. The logical division is performed by the router, or rather it is performed by the configuration logic. This is our configuration logic. We have configured the router. Our configuration in tandem with the firmware on the router is constituting the logic division for the two broadcast areas. The router makes a logic division, the logic being our configuration logic that we have over here. Our configuration logic is blocking broadcast from one broadcast domain to the other, but our configuration logic is actually allowing us to do pings from one area to the other. So PC1 can ping GE002 and it can ping PC2 across the router, because that is what we have in our router logic. In the text, we could actually substitute logical by configuration or programmatic division. This means that, for example, ART requests coming out from PC2, which we know are broadcasts, they will stay in the right-hand side broadcast domain. I would like you to do this here with me. So I'll move over to, or I will open workstation PC1 here. I'm going to monitor ENS33, and that is what we are monitoring now. So we want to issue a broadcast ping to make all devices at layer 2 respond back to PC1 here. So Wireshark is listening in on ENS33, it's indicated down here. Let's get PC1 here pinging broadcast ping. We have a ping, and I'm pinging the 192.168.10.255 address. That is the broadcast address. The ping program is constructed so you have to put a -B for broadcast. I also have a count. In this case, I'm just sending out one ping. That is all I need to demonstrate here. And there we go. We have a response from 192.168.10.1. But what we can definitely learn here is that it's correct, as we assumed that the broadcast area for the 10 network, that is these two encircled interfaces over here. So what addresses are involved in this case? Let us take a look at the echo reply frame here and see what addresses we have. And we can see here at the networking layer, layer 3, we have a source address of 192.168.10. That is our GE001 over on the VSIX router responding. And the destination is back to our PC1 at the 10.2 address. At layer 2, the data link layer, we have source address of, it's the 5C, and the destination address is the DB, i.e. the source address is GE001 as expected, and the MAC address is DB of PC2. If we look at the ping request, if we look at layer 2, the data link layer, we can see here that the source address is obviously the address of our PC1 over here, the DB address, as I call it. Destination address is all Fs. So that was generated by the TCP/IP stack in tandem with our ping program. And the all Fs is data link layer broadcast address. At layer 3, the networking layer, we see that we have a source address of 10.2 and a destination address of 10.255. And if you remember, that was exactly the address for our ping, the 255 address here. This is the broadcast layer 3. In this case, for this network, /24 network, this is the broadcast layer 3 address to use. So at the data link layer, we have the all Fs being the destination address. And at the networking layer, we have the 255 address being the destination address. We can also issue a ping from our router here, the VSRX. And here, this is the broadcast ping that we're going to compose. So we will run a ping over in the VSRX terminal, and I'll run this ping here out on D001 to subnet 10, as they call it. And we can see here that we have replies from our PC1 from the 10.2 layer 3 address here. So just to recap, we have issued a ping on layer 3, broadcast ping to the 255 to the 10 network to our 10 subnet network. So that was what we did over here with our ping command. And that ping went out on layer 2 to the only, well, to everybody on the subnet, the 10 subnet, but the only participant is PC1, and it will receive it on layer the packet, the frame, looking at the layer 2 address, which is a broadcast, and it will know that it has to open it, and it will see that it's a broadcast also on layer 3, and it will reply to the ping. And we can obviously do the same on the subnet 11. So let's do that over here. And we have replies from the only participant, the 192.168.11.2, which is our PC2 here. By default, replies to broadcast pings is switched off on Linux. So on our two boxes here, PC1 and PC2, we have to enable to allow them to reply to broadcast pings. So let's move over to PC1 and enable that. That is done by that command. We will do the same over on PC2. So that is done also on PC2 now.